was always around older guys, older kids who was in trouble and doing things, but at least with them I had a belonging. I had a family, and you know, it ticked them boxes. So you know, I went to prison for the first time when I was 14 years of age. Keeping a straight line was never going to happen for me. Looking back, that was just the start of so much more to come. You know, I ended up in the Old Bailey 3 times for armed robbery. I beat the first trial. The second trial, I beat the conspiracy to rob, and I got possession of a firearm. I got out again, and then, you know, there was a ready eye, there was an ambush. You know, they said I fired a couple of shots, you know, at police. You know, it was proved to be an accident. We was all arrested. Of course, it was very, very, very serious stuff. I went to the Old Bailey. I was found guilty, you know, and with all the sentences put together, I was given 17 years, and this was the start of it.
Do me a favour, and just for 2 minutes, just give us an example, just for the listeners here, an example of a day in the life in a high security prison. Give me 24 hours. What goes on in your life for 24 hours?
The first thing you'll hear is the noise. It's terrible. It's like a big rush of noise. Keys, gates, jangling. Your feelings drop. It's like, oh shit. As if you just, that reality, that desperation of all the negative feelings hit you straight away. And then you can't escape that all day. Because don't forget, you've escaped when you sleep. So when you come back, straight away you're brought straight into where you actually are and what's actually going on, right? And then, you know, depending where you are, I've done a lot of solitary and different stuff, but they'll open the doors. You know, you'll kind of go down, get some kind of breakfast. Then you'll go to work. You know, this is a generalized kind of thing. I was in special units in all different kinds of places. These are prisons within prisons, so it's a different kind of regime in there. But generally, I'm talking about. And then you would, you know, you'd come back, you'd have dinner. They'd bang you back up for an hour and a half or something. Then you'd go down your afternoon. You'd do education or maybe something else if you was working and you didn't work on the wing. And that's a normal day. And then, you know, in the evening, you might get, they call it association. You get a couple of hours, maybe to do your washing. In some prisons, long-term prisons, they let you cook a little bit of food. That's very strict now. Watch a bit of telly, maybe talk to people, have a game of pool. That's basically it.
And so, do you look at the clock at all, or do you switch off from days of the week and hours in the day and stuff?
You're aware of the time, but time takes a different meaning of time in there. I mean, if you think, here's an example. When I had about 2 years left, I started to say, right, I'm at the end now. Now I'm on the final furlong, and this is with 2 years left to serve. 2 years is a long time, right? But this is how time is managed in your head, where years just come and go. And all I would do was tick the years off, like I suppose people would tick the months off.
Wow. And what did you miss the most?
You miss many things, but you miss love and kindness and that intimacy with on that level, you know, with a girlfriend or your family or this is completely gone. You know, you haven't got that connection. Right, it's very barren in there and sucked of all that emotion, so you don't have that. So this is, you know, you miss this, and of course all the usual stuff,
regular stuff that a lot of people take.
Everything, absolutely everything. You have no future. You know, you don't have any luxuries. You're just marking time. You don't have, it's the not having a future or not having any hope, really, when you're doing a big sentence like that. Or, you know, even knowing what a future would look like, or if you would survive that future, it's quite a thing to really have as a reality in your mind on a sentence like that.
If you enjoyed this episode, click over here to see more episodes. If you want to see every episode and be subscribed, click over there. You can get it all. Go on, take a chance on me. Click over there, subscribe, and you'll enjoy it, I promise.